Guys, on today's episode of Back to Basics, we are narrowing the greatest 64 team field, seeking the greatest Michael Jordan base card from the 90s. We are going to narrow the field today in this video from the Sweet 16 to the Elite 8. We have 8 matchups of 16 cards doing battle. These matchups were not nearly as close as I suspected. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let me know which of your cards that you voted for went through, which ones surprised you, which ones shocked you. I don't think there's a lot of huge surprises, but we are really getting down to the nitty gritty, and we're going to narrow it down to 8 cards vying to be the hobby's choice as the greatest Michael Jordan base card from the 90s.
See why Card Ladder is the industry leader in sports card data. We know what you want because Card Ladder was created by collectors for collectors. Card Ladder. Join the innovators, not the imitators.
Hey guys, Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and today we have another one of our typical Friday Back to Basics updates where you guys voted, right? This is the hobby choosing the greatest Michael Jordan base card from the 90s. We've got it down to 16 cards, which means we have 8 matchups. These matchups were available for voting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That's December 2, 3, and 4. The votes are in. The results are pretty firm. We're going to give you the 8 cards that advance into the Elite 8. Remember, once we get this to the Elite 8, I'm fast forwarding now, we're going to vote on those 8 cards. We're going to get to a final 4. That voting will be available in the exact same way. It'll be on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, this same channel. There's going to be a community tab. Just hit the community tab, pull it down, and we're only going to see 4 matchups that are available for voting this coming Monday morning. That should be the 9th, I think, at 9 a.m. You will have 4 matchups of 8 cards, and we're going to select our final 4. We're going to see who emerges from the Bulls bracket, the Tar Heels bracket, the Wizards bracket, and the Team USA bracket. Only 4 cards can advance to the final 4. But here we are today. We got to separate the Sweet 16 and get it down to the Elite 8. So let me screen share with you. We'll look at the community tab pull down on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. And we'll start with an ass whipping. And this was a long time coming. This was a freight train. We knew it was going to happen. Everybody talked about Metal Shredders being sort of that underdog card, right? That low end, high print run underdog card that people just really kind of cling to. But it ran into a buzzsaw today, or this week, I should say. The 1997 Metal Universe Championship number 23 is through. And so we know there's 3 Metal Universe cards that are still left. There's only 3 Metal Universe base cards. It's the 97, the 97 championship, which you're looking at, and then the 98. And so we see the 97 championship goes through with a 79% to 21% ass whipping after 182 votes. Here it is down here in that Team USA bracket, and we will put it through by clicking here. We will go to Metal Universe Championship. Let me make this a little bigger. That's what she said. We'll make this 125%. And there it is getting through. And the other matchup down there in that Team USA bracket is the Flair Showcase 97 row 1 versus 96 SPX 8. But the next one that we were voting on here was the 96 Topps Chrome base card versus the 1998 Metal Universe. And a Metal Universe card number 2 is in. So 2 for 2 already in. The 98 Metal Universe, again, really lopsided. 232 votes. For some reason, this had 50 more votes than the first poll that we looked at. 63% to 38. Also not really close. Also not really a surprise. 98 Metal Universe gets through. We've got to go find it because I can't remember where the damn card is. It is not over there. It must be over here on this left side. I am old and I don't remember where it was. Here we go down here. Oh my gosh, this is setting up for something nasty. We'll stay tuned. Stay tuned. I think we're setting up. We're setting it up for a cannibalistic Metal Universe on Metal Universe act of violence coming up. Okay, here we are, the aforementioned Team USA bracket. That Flair Showcase row 1 gets through. So the first Flair Showcase card gets through. The 96 SPX, the overachieving die-cut card that's so condition sensitive with a holographic image of MJ and his black pinstripe, gets bounced. The 97 Flair Showcase row 1 gets through in the closest poll so far. And still, it's an 18% separation there, 59 to 41. Flair Showcase row 1 will get through to set up an epic matchup. That shimmering Flair Showcase row 1. Let's go ahead and pull those up. Remember, you've got, by the way, I want to reiterate, there is a link in this YouTube description to this video and every single Back to Basics video I've done where you've got your own link to create your own Google Sheet with this Back to Basics breakdown, so you can kind of do the whole thing yourself. You can change things, you can disagree with the hobby, and you can put whoever you want through in on each one of those modifiable brackets that you've got. And again, this was Ultimate Card Guides, Ultimate_Card_Guides, Tyler, who put this thing together, not me. I am too dumb to put together a massive Excel spreadsheet with pictures and crap like this. That's what your Flair Showcase row 1 looks like. You can zoom in on all of these images by clicking the little link over here. If you guys can see my cursor over here. And if you want to see just how glorious the championship looks like, again, this is not a great image. I've got a better image in the voting polls, but that's not a great image of that card. It's not really doing it justice. So there's our first Elite 8 matchup. We are talking about the Metal Universe Championship versus the Flair Showcase. Can I look at it? Oh, I can do it right here. Okay, so it's the Flair Showcase row 1 from 97 versus the 97 Metal Universe Championship. That's our first complete matchup in the Elite 8. Moving on to the next poll. This one I was surprised that it was this lopsided. I'm not surprised that the 97 EX 2001 got through. I am very surprised that it got through at this margin. The biggest butt kicking that we have seen thus far in the 4 polls. The Skybox Premium Electrified is just a great looking subset card. But it did not stand a chance against the 97 EX 2001. Here we go. Let's put the EX 2001 through, and then we'll take another look at that EX 2001. It is just a glorious card. I'm sorry. This is just an amazing card. And again, I think a PSA 10 of this thing just recently sold for like almost $10,000 or maybe over $10,000. I can't remember because I'm too old. But that's a hell of a card right there. Hell of a base card. The first Jordan Finest card of all time. It's a set that features Jordan's first ever refractor card, the 1993 Finest. This is just the base number 1. It does not stand a chance getting massively pummeled by the second of the Flair Showcase cards to get through. This is the 96 Flair Showcase row 0, 67 to 33. That's not close at all. Let's go down here. So we've seen 2 Metal Universe cards get through. We're going to see 2 Flair Showcase cards get through. I think this is up here. There it is right there. So Flair Showcase 96 row 0 does make it through. Let's put him in and we'll take a closer look at that card. No brainer. M&M mismatcher, no contest. The Flair Showcase row 0 from 96 gets through. Remember 97 Flair Showcase row 0. I held it out of this 64 card bracket. I didn't think it was fair because it's a serial numbered card, and I thought that would not be fair to include that card in there because that just makes it unique and different from all the other ones. So we just kind of made a general rule eliminating any serial numbered base cards. Back to Basics, Sweet 16 from what bracket was this from? The Tar Heels bracket as well, I think, right? Yeah, from the Tar Heels bracket as well. We've got another matchup in the Final 4 complete. The 92 Stadium Club number 1 crushes the 96 Finest Gold number 291. 61% to 39%. Jordan's first ever Stadium Club card featuring him using Patrick Ewing as a trampoline with Mark Jackson watching in the background. That's our Elite 8 matchup in the Tar Heels bracket. We're going to see only one of them can come out of this Tar Heels bracket. It's either going to be your Flair Showcase row 0 or it's going to be your Michael Jordan vaulting off of Patrick Ewing to come out of the Tar Heels bracket right there. Paxton's getting a little ghost image in the background on that card as well. Next poll was again, extremely lopsided and not really even a surprise, despite the fact that this is a Flair Showcase card, which everybody seems to love so much, right? All the comments are like, Flair Showcase, it's going to be Flair Showcase all over the Final 4. No, it's not, because the 96 EX 2000, like the 97 EX 2001, is through, and it ain't close. It is through, and so that card I know is up here in the top left in the Wizards bracket. So we are setting up for some interesting Elite Eights. Check this out. It's EX2000 versus EX2001. Oh my gosh, what a matchup this is going to be. There it is right there. It doesn't get much better than that, right? That was probably my pre-tournament favorite versus that card right there. Both of those cards are on a collision path, and now they finally get to meet. You can vote on this matchup and the other matchups on Monday at 9 a.m. on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel under the community tab. Don't forget. Next, in the last one that we need to look at, it is a lot of other people's favorites, and this was unquestionably the most lopsided. After 221 votes, damn near all of them went for the 1997 Metal Universe, number 23, the original Metal Universe. So that makes it 3 for 3 on Metal Universes getting through. It makes it 2 for 2 on the EX2000 and the EX2001s. Those are kind of similar and similar related cards. Both of those get through. The original Stadium Club gets through. The 98 Skybox Premium, which is such a gorgeous card, gets absolutely trounced in this matchup. And let's go ahead and put it through, and it sets up a matchup that we kind of saw coming. 98 Metal Universe versus 97 Metal Universe down here to see which of these cards comes out of the Bulls bracket. In our top, we have EX versus EX and some serious Civil War stuff going on here, man. It's just turned out this way. I certainly didn't put any forethought into this. We've got Flair Showcase versus one of the most highly printed, easiest to attain, chintzy little 92 Stadium Club card. But again, remember, this is about aesthetics, not about value, not about print run, not about serial numbers, not about grades, not about any of that crap. It's about just what does the card look like. And then in the bottom right, we have Flair Showcase versus Metal Universe Championship. So let me know who you guys think has an early edge on getting through and getting into the Final Four. We've narrowed it down to 8 cards. You guys narrowed it down into 8 cards. Once again, I forgot to vote. Not that my vote would have mattered on any of these 8 matchups, but we have our Elite 8 set. The voting continues on Monday at 9 a.m. on the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel. Thank you guys for doing this. Thank you guys for all the people that did vote. I'll try to get a little more active on Instagram and let people know that we're down to the nitty gritty, the Elite 8. We've really got to get this right. You know, we've got to get what the hobby really thinks is the best Michael Jordan card from the 90s, so we can finish out this Back to Basics project where we've got 64 of Michael Jordan's best 90s base cards of all time doing battle to see which one will be standing at the end. You guys will decide. Monday, the voting continues at 9 a.m. on this channel. Thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.